Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brando free-to-play back on my free-to-play account. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some rallies that I took during yesterday's Dragon Arena. Now, if you guys may or may not know, I did post a community post showing a screenshot of one of the rallies I took, and holy hell, did all the salty people come out for that one. I had some people, making some weird accusations saying I'm not free to play. I still have this. I still have, none of these have been purchased. One of the ones that a lot of people always want to look at. Where the fuck is it? God, there's so much shit here already. God damn. This big guy pack. Everybody always wants to see if I have that one. What's another thing that people like to check out? I know if you guys have seen this already, I know I don't have Elite unlocked, obviously, right? I'm free to play. Been playing the game for 1,447 days. Consecutive days. Doesn't mean that I play all the time. I might be sometimes I just log in, do my monster hunts, and I don't log back in. I mean, that's kind of how the game was for a period of time for me. Okay, on to the battle reports. So here are the 3 rallies that I took from this member from BZR SP Nick. As you guys can tell, he is not a low spender. All right, he's not a Titan, but he's not a low spender. He does have tier 5 already. By the looks of it, he does not have the 11k heroes. If anything, this is probably comparable to somebody like Avatrex. Somebody along those lines that has mythic items but does not have 11k heroes, and this guy does have a gold champ piece, but he's not full champ or anything crazy like that. That said, I did take 3 rallies from him. This first rally is the one that I posted a screenshot of. As you can see, I only lost about 400,000 tier 2. Now some people were making an assumption that maybe he didn't send, or he didn't, the attack didn't land with his attack gear on. That's okay, it's not my fault. He fucked up, I didn't. I won. That's how the game works, right? But he does have all 5 familiars. So yeah, I don't think he has the Cav tier 5 familiar unlocked. But still, it dealt a decent hit. Like I said, he does have tier 5 unlocked, but the majority of the fillers did not have tier 5. They were tier 4, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, right? You guys can see all that. Pretty interesting. That was my comp, what people were sending me. I don't think I got full reinforcements. No, I did not get full reinforcements, and still did, pretty decent job holding my own. So that was this one hit. Let me go ahead and show you guys the battle report in case you guys do want to see it. I'll let you guys take a look. So I do have all 3 minus 40 HP familiars on my wall, because you never know what they're going to be sending at you, and might as well better be prepared for anything that comes your way. One of the things that I don't like about tier 5 Cav is that they're fucking tiny. I can barely see them. Where the fuck are they? Like, my tier 4 Drakes are like so much bigger. Like so much bigger. It's insane. But regardless, this attack essentially kind of bounced off of me. So pro tip for anybody that wants to rally me, don't send cav. Range is my highest attack stat. Just, you know, save yourself some troops, send either range or infantry, and then I'm going to show you why. Now, most of the time I defend in a ranged wedge, because what happens in a ranged wedge is you have to clear out 2 of my squads before, and after you clear out those 2 ranged squads, you go to my cav or my infantry. I think my cav is the next up in line, and you have to defeat all 4 before you can, you know, continue going down the chain, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'll always have ranged just sitting, you know, 2 squads of range just sitting in the back, just lobbing shots away all the time. That's why range wedge is pretty effective for the most part. Now this next hit, again, I did capture the leader. I believe this was the hardest hit that I took. As you guys can see, I lost 2 million troops. I do have around 600 and something thousand infirmaries, so I would have lost about 1.4 million tier 2 if I would have taken this outside of Dragon Arena. And like I said, this is ranged wedge versus another ranged attack. Okay. And this guy, he does have the tier 5 ranged attack familiar. So, you know, it did deal more damage, probably because of that familiar. Okay, you know, it's pretty evident that those tier 5 familiars do a massive amount of damage, and they hurt, and it shows, right? As the other rally, he did send tier 5, but the rest of his fillers were tier 4. As you guys can see, I took a big hit to my sharpshooters and a little bit of a hit to my glads. Obviously, I'm pretty sure if I would have countered, my losses would have been much lower. But as you can see in some of these, you know, messages that I had back and forth with him, where is he? Sorry about that. If you guys saw that, I asked him if he could rally me. So he wanted me to release. I said okay. I released. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, he wanted me to stay in range phalanx. Right? So he asked for me to stay. I said okay, and that's what I did. So, there we go. Back to the reports. So I stayed in ranged, did a decent amount of damage. Let's take a quick look at this battle report. And you're gonna see why a lot of people like rallying with range. Okay, so 2 squads, another 2 more squads. So if you look here, my morale is already at 71% before any of my troops get close to his range, right? So if you're rallying somebody, having your range in the back line and making sure your range is what you're sending, you will be able to deal quite a bit of damage, because of just you know, the defender has to clear out those front squads before it can get to your range. Okay, that's just how the mechanics work in the game. You might see a video, I think Abatrex was talking about why range is a good troop to send out to attack. This kind of, you know, emphasizes that fact, right? So there it is, the tier 5 familiar doing its work, all his other familiars doing work. Yeah, his my heroes are stunned, his range are getting buffed. you know, it's not a good time for me, but at the same time, I am able to go ahead and just cap everything that he sends. This next rally attack that you're going to be seeing is going to be an infantry attack. I will show you guys once this is done. And they are gone. Capped. Nice. Alright. Now, surprisingly, his infantry attack, and like I said, I stayed in range wedge. His infantry attack, whether because he didn't have any tier 5, or maybe he didn't have, oh, he did have that tier 5 familiar, but his infantry attack by far was his weakest attack. It must be his weakest attack stat, right? I'm assuming because he countered me, but his range did more damage. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is, right? These are my troops. As you guys can see, you know, his range did better. Just outright, his range did do better. As always, my 3 debuff familiars go. They do what they're supposed to do. I'm in a range wedge, so all of his troops collide on my 2 range squads, trying to take those 2 squads out. So yeah, he's gonna be proccing, he's gonna be stunning my familiar, my heroes. He's gonna be doing damage. So, you know, it did surprise me that his infantry did less damage than his range. Again, I don't know if the tier 5 was a factor, or just his range stat is just way more superior compared to his other stats. I really don't know what the answer is. Maybe you guys might want to ask him. I have no idea. But like all the other 3 rallies, went ahead and ate it. No problem. Everything looked really, really good. So yeah, for everybody who wanted to have more context for that screenshot, I hope this has satisfied your desire for information. And yeah, hope to hear from you guys pretty soon. I hope you guys have a nice KVK, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.